Well, we head into the winter break on something of a high note. We've won a lot of games, and we've only drawn one, and we haven't lost in a while, which is surprising considering the quality of teams we face. Now, some of them have been lower on the table, but they're still quality teams. That said, we're playing Vitesse today, and then we're playing Union Berlin, and then it's into the winter break, and who knows what the heck is going to happen. I've had so many teams sniffing around so many of my players. The whole fabric of the team could look completely different by the next episode. But in order to get to that next episode, we got to get through this one, and that's what we're going to do now. My name's FM21, and this is the Red Devils Rising. We are in 7th place. We're 2 points behind Borussia Dortmund and 3 points behind Eintracht Frankfurt. 16 games played. Let's see. 7-1, 5 drawn, 4 lost. And our goal differential is nice. It's a +9. I mean, granted, we're not up there with Bayern's, Hertha's, and Leipzig's of the world, but we're doing really well this season. We're doing about what I wanted us to do. So since we last played, which was Wolfsburg KGHM, we drew against Leipzig 3-3, Zivkak a brace of goals, Hen a goal. We beat Darmstadt 3-1, Ranieri a goal, Magahalis a goal, Burnett a goal in extra time. That was kind of salt on the wound more than anything else. We shut out CSKA Moscow 2-0. Marco Hen a goal, Dustin Bloom had a goal. This was a really good game for us. CSKA Moscow had more shots and more on target, but as you can see from the squads, Decker was completely on his A game. The defense really stepped up. The midfield really stepped up. The interesting thing is these past couple of games or at least these games in here, the usual scores, your De Gracas, your Pellegris, your Burnetts, haven't been scoring all that much. Well, Luca Burnett got the goal. How many goals does he have this season so far? He's got 4. Who am I thinking is up there? We'll check that here in a minute. Against Armenia Bielefeld, we won thanks to goals by De Graca and Pellegrini. FC Augsburg absolutely bossed us 2-0. They had 16 shots, 6 on target. We had 8 and 5. They were playing this 4-4-2, this really compact 4-4-2 that I just could not break down. Everybody on their squad had a really good game. That's not our Marco Richter, is it? No, we had Ritter. Good grief, Jellico. But as you can see, everybody in the squad had an above-average game, and our guys had a below-average game. And I don't care who you're playing, more often than not, against equal teams, the team that plays better like that is going to win. And Augsburg is a decent squad this season. So today we're playing Vitesse in the Euro Cup Group 2 stages. Don't know what the heck was happening there, but I tried pulling that over and it just went nuts on me. So let's pick up where we were. Today we're playing Vitesse and Union Berlin. No, we didn't talk about Cologne. We beat Cologne 3-0. Pellegrini goal, De Graca, brace of goals. He's having a really good season. He's got more than a few teams coming after him. So it's going to be an interesting January transfer window. That is for sure. That's why there's something going on with the skin. It's because of all those goal scorers and everything pushing him out. Okay, that makes sense. So currently, De Graca leads us with 23 goals, Pellegrini 7.38 rating, and 14 assists. Curl the best pass completion rating. Tier Decker has 5 players of the match this season. If you would have told me that before the season, I would have thought we were going to be in a relegation fight. But he has had some really good games between the sticks. Stats-wise, let's look at this real quick. We're going to sort by goals, and we're going to take out the second squad as well. So we've got De Graca on 23, Pellegrini on 17, Zivkak on 5. And he's wanted. Who's he wanted by? Freiburg. He's not going to Freiburg. Pellegrini is wanted by Bayer now. He's not going to Bayer. You know, there's certain players I'm willing to let go within the division. Pellegrini is not one of those. But anyhow, we've got Vitesse coming up in our Euro Cup 2 match. We've already clinched a spot in that. I think by we beat CSKA Moscow, we drew equal with them. There's no way Vitesse or KGHM can catch up to us. So I think what I'm going to do today is play probably a mostly rotated side of youngsters, and that is because we've got Union Berlin coming up in 3 days. So I am going to check my starting 11, set my reserves, and I'm going to come back with our Euro Cup 2 match against Vitesse in just a bit. So this is the squad we're starting today. I'm just going to name them here. We'll take a look at some of these players here in just a second. We got Decker in goal, Warrington, Dressel, LaCroix, Wiesner as the defensive back four, Martinez and Hen as the midfielders, Burnett and Held as the attacking midfielders, Steensig and Chalet up top as the strikers. I think I just overall. Jack Warrington is my young Canadian defensive right back who is very physically gifted, has some nice mentals, and is working on his technicals. Alex Martinez is a youth player with a ton of potential. He's only 17 years old at the moment. Physically, really, really solid. Mentally, really, really solid. Technically, not too bad. The 4 marking and 5 tackling is a little bit of a bummer, especially as I'm playing him as a deep line playmaker. Marco Hen has started games for us before. The other player would be Edouard Cholet. And I'm saying Cholet because he's French. He is best as a target man, but I am retraining him. At least I believe I am retraining him. 2.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. Physically, really solid at the moment. Mentally, I love the 17 determination. Flair is nice. The teamwork, the vision, work rate, the bravery and anticipation, the composure are all good and getting better. Technically, he needs some help. The 16 heading, coupled with the 13 jumping reach, and the fact that he is 6 foot, 178 pounds, does really count in his favor. He and Steensig are probably my strikers of the future. The nice thing is Steensig at 20 years old is good enough to be getting on the field now. They're saying his best role is as a winger, and it shouldn't be because we're definitely playing him as a striker up top. He's a very good advanced forward. Wiesner knocks the ball away. Sinkshire to Webster. Over to Vlap to Banis. He feeds Vlap. Decker, a very nice save. It was about as dramatic as you could be in 2D. Tavson's going to run that down after the corner went out. Webster. Dispossessed by Hen. Over to Burnett. Back to Dressel, and the highlight ends. Warrington on the throw-in to Martinez. To Burnett. Cuts inside. Dribbling through the center of the field. Takes the shot. Looping. And Huiswold stops it. That was a nice effort. Huiswold lunges it down the field. Olofsson ends up with it after the header. Vlap. Centers it to Olofsson. Oh, Chalet steps in front of that. Gets it out to Burnett. Over to Held. And he rushed his shot. He went wide left. I think if he'd held up just for a minute, he would have had some help there. And what happened here? Wiesner on the throw-in. Drops it short to Chalet. Back out to Wiesner. Top the box. His cross bounces off a player. He gets it back. Wiesner is dispossessed. Chalet ends up with it. Gets it to Hen. Top the box. Takes the shot and he skies it. Huiswold bangs the ball down the field. LaCroix heads it, but it goes right to Koshu. Back to Sinkshire. To Koshu. To Webster. To Sinkshire. Oh, LaCroix got it. That was an errant pass by Vitesse. LaCroix got it. Held gets the long pass through space. Tries crossing it in, but Lavelde is there. Held crosses in again. Chalet. Back to Held. Chalet takes the shot and he scores. That was an interesting back and forth between him and Held. There was quite a few players in the mix. Sinkshire just absolutely misplayed it. Let Chalet get right by him, and it was an easy goal for him. And for some reason, this got compressed. Hen to Martinez. To Held. Oh, he tries crossing it in, but knocked away. Banis gets by the one defender. Driving forward. Cuts inside. 1-on-1 with Decker, and Decker, a very nice save. Held intercepts that pass. It was a bad pass by Tafson. Steensig, nice first touch to get by the defender. Takes the shot, and Huiswold punches that above the crossbar. That was well done by the Vitesse keeper. Burnett on the corner kick. Drops it short to Martinez. You can tell these guys have not played that much before because they're doing stuff like that. I'm going to pause the game here real quick. It's right before the half, but something is definitely not right. It could be just me at old age. It's telling me that's how it works. So we go into the half with a 1-0 lead thanks to a Chalet goal in the 26th minute. Now, this may look a little bit different. I had to resize it. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be bigger. It's been one of those days. Coming up on 60 minutes here. Quiet set. You know what? Okay, we'll get this highlight out of the way. And then Held's injured. We'll get him off here in just a second. Wiesner to Martinez. Up to Hen. Over to Wiesner. Center to Cholet. To Hen. Top the box. Huiswald gets a hand on it, but he can't stop it from going in. Hen's third goal of the season. Oh, nice side heel. Nice side shoe pass there, rather. Cholet centers it to Hen. Oh, Eastwood should have done a better job getting that. Okay, we're going to make a couple of changes here. We're going to get Held off and bring on Bloom. Anybody else having a kind of ick match? Steensick is. We're going to bring on Jan Zivkak for Steensick. We are going to save our last sub. I play, my primary monitor is a 34-inch curved monitor. It's an Alienware. I really like it. But games like Football Manager and stuff like that just do not look good on it when you try playing it the full 34 inches. So I've got, it's a PowerShares program that I use. You can divide your monitor up into windows and drag stuff over, hold shift. It's kind of like when you're dragging stuff over to your other monitors and whatnot. And for some reason, the area I was using for Football Manager got resized. That was a hell of a shot. It would have been great if it had gone in, even if it was theirs. Dressel off the goal kick. Up to Zivkak. Heads it down to Cholet. Heave. Nice feeder pass to Bloom. Bloom takes the shot right at Huiswood. Vlap gets the ball off the errant corner kick, driving forward. Martinez got in his way, forced the bad pass, and the highlight ends. Someone on our squad injured? Dressel. Back to Decker. Just bangs it forward towards Zivkak. Oh, goes right to Bernat because the Vitesse player absolutely misplayed it. Zivkak rounds the defender. That was a great play by Zivkak, but it was made completely possible by the fact that the Vitesse defenders completely screwed up. He went for the interception and just penalty kick from outside the box. Olofsson. Decker, a very nice save. Decker again. Cholet heads it down to Zivkak. Bernat back to Zivkak, who dinks the keeper and scores his second in like 2 minutes. Granted, that's an extra time goal, but we'll take it. Nice header by Cholet over to Zivkak. Pierre made a nice effort to try and get the ball away, and he did, but it went right to Bernat, who got it back to Zivkak. Huiswood came out, and Zivkak did exactly what he needed to do to get the victory. And we win 4-0. Zivkak, a brace of extra time goals. Of course. That was well done. Florian Held was injured. That's minor. Qualified for the second knockout round. Receive 190 and then 320. Hen had a really good game. We are going to praise his performance. And before we get to the Union Berlin game, we got to do a couple things here. Save the game here real quick. Flesner got the start. Shelley got the start. He's 2.5 star current, 4.5 star potential. Jack Warrington got the start. He's 2.5 star current, 4.5 star potential. Bernat's been starting most of the season. He's 3 stars right now, 5 star potential. Jose Jesus was on the bench. Wiesner got his start. He's the guy we paid a ton of money for at the beginning of the season. It's been absolutely worth it. He's 4 stars now. Mike Krause was on the bench. It was nice to get the youngsters a decent amount of playing time. So we got Union Berlin coming up. We're going to be back with that match here in just a bit. The one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode is that both Alvaro Carrillo and Joel Matty are out injured for a little bit. Carrillo's out for the next, call it 3 weeks, and then Matty is out about the same amount of time. So luckily we've got more than enough depth to cover for him. It was nice having Carrillo on the field. He's been a very good pickup this season for us at defensive center back. So today we've got Decker starting in goal. Ranieri, Bezgert, Dressel, and Magahalis as the defensive back four. Nguambia and Swiderski as the midfielders. Bloom and Burnett as the attacking midfielders. De Gracca and Pellegrini up top as the strikers. Yeah, Bloom's getting the start because Held played last game. Ballo, Carvajalo. Some good players over there. Yeah, it looks much better. First highlight, Carvalho with a corner kick in. Decker grabs that out of the air. Rolls it out right to Bloom. Long cross, gives it away to Van der Weff. Carvalho with the ball. Kelso got between the defenders. Decker, very nice save. Ranieri stops it from going out of bounds. Gets it up to Bloom. And the highlight ends. I'm thoroughly confused because normally we're the red and the white. But we're away, so we're wearing the black. Newhouse. Up to Kelso, nice. And he slots it by Decker for an easy goal. That was well done. We've been on a good win streak too, so watch us go into the winter break, getting smashed. It's a nice pass. Decker did the right thing coming out, but Kelso did exactly what he needed to do to put it past him. Van der Weff on the throw-in. Swiderski steps in front of it, goes right back to back and forth. Burnett ends up with it, over to Swiderski. Pellegrini gives the ball away to Sula. Van der Weff. Up to Carvalho, to Newhouse. Back to Mbolo. Carvajalo. And he takes a shot, but he bounces it off of Dressel. And it goes out of bounds. Mueller. Off the goal kick, over to Friedrich. Out to Moker. Across the field to Newhouse. He drops it off to Sula. Back to Newhouse. Out to Moker. Headed down to Kardag. He feeds Carvalho, and Decker gets enough on it to push it wide right. He's turned into quite the keeper for us. Carvalho. Siebert, and it goes over the crossbar. Decker drops it off to Dressel. He gets it up to Swiderski. Out to Burnett. Burnett to De Gracca. Grounds the keeper, and he scores. His 24th of the season. Although, admittedly, now that I think about it, like 8 of those came in that Pokal match against that regional Liga team where we scored 16. He either had 7 or he had 8. Or maybe he had 6 and Pellegrini had 6. I just know between the two of them, they were responsible for 80% of the goals. And that's why earlier the schedule thing was going so wild and pushing that column all the way over to the right because it was trying to list all 16 goal scorers. Siebert knocks the ball up and just gives it away. Ranieri recovers. Gets it to the middle of the field to Swiderski. Back to Dressel. Over to Martin. Across the field to Burnett. He cuts inside. Gets by one defender. Gets by the other. Takes an ill-advised shot. Too many people in the way there. We went to half. Tied. 1-1. 10 shots, 6 on target for Union Berlin. 2-1 for us. They're definitely getting the better of it today. Ranieri on the throw-in. Oh, that was horrible. But we get it back. Bezgert heads it down to Nguambia. Over to Swiderski. Feeds to Gracca. Got between the defenders and absolutely powers the shot in. Holy cow, I'm surprised that thing didn't go through the back of the net. Sula just gave the ball away. Goes right to Nguambia. Swiderski to De Gracca. Got between the two defenders and just... Wow. Hell of a shot. Carvalho from well outside the box. Gets it in. Karadang ends up with it, but he can't do anything with it. Centers it, bounces back and forth. Ranieri finally to De Gracca. Get it out of the box. Gives the ball away to Mbalo. Bounces off Swiderski. Bloom ends up with it. Back to Decker. Bezger. Dressel. Bombs it forward towards De Gracca. He heads it down right to Martin, and the highlight ends. Goes to a corner kick for us. Burnett to Bloom to Burnett to Bloom. Cross the field to Bezger. He holds it up. Swiderski top the box. Too many players in the way. Pellegrini ends up with it. Bounces it off a Union player. Pellegrini cuts left. Back to Bloom. Oh, Moker dispossesses him. That was nice. Karadag running forward, no one in front of him. And he did the right thing. He bounced it off a Kaisersalutern player for the corner kick. Carvalho. And that's headed over the crossbar. For this highlight, we're going to make a couple of changes. Karadag. Oh, bad pass. Dubravka ends up with it. Somehow manages to get it to Pellegrini, who got by the defender one-on-one with the keeper, rounds him, and puts it in the back of the net for the goal. What a move by Pietro Pellegrini. Just blows by the defender. Keeper comes out, and pretty as you please, just goes right around him on a soft tap to the back of the neck. Net. Back of the net. We're going to get Zivkak back on for Bernat. No, I can't do that because I told Steensig I'd get him more playing time and he can play advanced midfield on the right. We're going to get Swiderski off and bring on Hamza Ben Nasser, who honestly probably doesn't have that much of a future with the team. He's 1.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. Physically, he's not there. Mentally, he's good. Technically, no matter what I do in terms of training and whatnot and getting him playing time, he's still going down. But we're 2 goals ahead, and I really don't want to play anyone else. Van der Werf. Ben Nasser knocks that away. Sula. Back to Van der Werf. Up to Kelso. Oh, very nice shot. However, Decker was right there to stop it. It was a good effort by the Union player, and Decker just gives it right away. Karadag back to Newhouse. Kelso top the box. Back to Newhouse. Over to Sula. Carvalho. Oh, hit the post. I can't tell if Decker got enough on it to make it hit the post, or it hit the post and then Decker pushed it left. Coming up on the end of the game. And with a brace of goals by Martin Dubravka and a goal by Pietro Pellegrini, we secure a victory going into the winter break. They had 22 shots, 11 on target. We had 10 and 6, but it was more than enough to come away with the victory. And that moves us up into 5th place on the table, at least for the moment. We'll see what happens after the rest of the games today. I'm going to save this real quick. Dubravka's 1 goal away from his goal bonus. To be honest with you, I don't even remember what it is. 155,000. That's for Bundesliga goals, though. It doesn't count the other goals he's scored. Send the assistant to that. The lone players are doing okay. I had to recall one because he just wasn't getting any playing time. I sent him out on an important player, first-team player contract, and he sat on the bench the entire time. The 3rd time I went to the coach and was like, dude, seriously? He was like, he's playing enough. I was like, well, now he's not playing enough for you at all. What were we going to look at? Oh, yeah, we're going to look at that Pokal match at the beginning of the season. 16-1. So Dubravka had 6 goals. Pellegrini had 6 goals. Held had a goal. Matty had a goal. Matty had a brace of goals. Zivkak had a goal. I thought we were doing great. Then I looked up and saw Bayern had beaten their team by 16-1 as well. So, fun times. Let's go over here. And we are currently in 5th place. Well, we're in 5th place. We're ahead on goal differential ahead of Eintracht Frankfurt. I already saved the game. Just in case. Back in a second. So Pellegrini is wanted by Bayer. He's not going to Bayer. Dubravka was wanted by a few teams at some point in time, especially a couple over in Spain. Zivkak's wanted. He's not going anywhere. I might be able to get some more players out on loan. Arjan's been listed for loan for the longest time, but nobody seems to want him. Sergei Oskaya is going to be leaving. He wants a new contract. He wants a ton of money for it, and he's not getting it because he's not a good enough player. Same with Emran Yilmaz. Wanted a, he's out of contract, so we're just going to release him on a free. You got all these players wanting important player contracts because I can't tell if they just want the playing time or they think they're an important player. It's probably a little bit of both. It's probably more related to playing time than anything else. So we're going to the break. We're set up really well for it. I got a couple friendlies scheduled against ES Tunis and Hibernian. We're traveling for those. So, Africa in the wintertime is kind of nice. Scotland in the wintertime, not so much. But then I don't see anything coming up here yet. The Euro Cup knockout round game is going to be in March, it looks like. So what we're going to do is come back for probably Mainz and Eintracht Frankfurt. We'll get the transfer window will be ending right around this time, and so we'll do a transfer. Actually, you know what we might do is just do a transfer roundup, and then the game against Mainz, and then skip these 4 games and come back for the Euro Cup matches. We'll play that by ear. But 2 solid victories today. A 4-0 against Vitesse with a team of youth players. Did really, really well. 3-1 victory against Union Berlin was nice. 5th place. It's kind of rarefied heights for us at the moment. I wasn't expecting it, but I'll take it for the moment. If we finish in 5th place, that's better than where we finished last year. So my goal for this season is to finish as well as we did last year. And so far, we're on track for that. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please have a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM21. I thank you for watching.